welcome to TRACKTS 2016. I'm here with Schaefer today. Welcome.
Thank you.
You are Associate Director of Supply Chain Management and Program Lead of Serialization at Acorda Therapeutics. Would you like to tell us something about that?
Yes, thank you very much for having me. Acorda Therapeutics is a biotech pharmaceutical company located in Ardsley, New York, approximately 25 miles north of New York City. And we are developing therapies to improve the function of patients with neurological disorders. And we are a 20-year-old company, and for the past 6 years we have been awarded one of the best companies to work for in New York State, as well as for the second year we have been awarded the best company to work for women by Fortune magazine. So we are quite thrilled with those recognitions, both for best workplace in New York State and also for workplace for women.
Mm-hmm. That's interesting. Great. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So what is your role there? What do you do?
My role is the responsibility of the supply chain management for all of our commercial products. And I am currently the lead for our serialization implementation program to meet the requirements of the FDA for serialization for November of 2017. So we have put together our project team as well as our sub-teams within our project.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so which have been challenges during that implementation, and how did you overcome them or are overcoming them?
Well, we first developed our project team, and which reports into our steering committee. And our steering committee is made up of the direct reports to the team members. So we have our chief business officer, our vice president of technical operations, of project management, and of IT that sit on our steering committee. And then below the steering committee, we have our serialization project lead team, which is comprised of our project manager, myself, and an outside consultant. And then from our program team, we have our sub-teams. And our sub-teams are labeling, packaging, warehousing, trade, and system implementation, which is our IT. And through the process, our first step was to put our project plan together, set our goals as to what Acorda wanted to achieve for putting serialized product into our distribution. And so we set our goals, we developed our teams, we did some initial training on how the team would work through the various timelines that were set. And probably our most challenging was the selection of our EPCIS solution provider. And that took about 6 months, but we wanted to ensure that we did a complete and thorough due diligence of the solution providers that were out there. And so we developed our request for proposal, our user requirement specifications, and sent it out for bid. We sent it to 5 EPCIS solution providers, which we narrowed it down to 3, and then did our complete due diligence. We are now, after the selection, we are now working with our contract packagers and our contract manufacturers to develop the IT connectivity for our system versus their EPCIS solution providers. One thing I do want to mention is that Acorda Therapeutics is a virtual manufacturer. So we work strictly with contract packagers and manufacturers, and at this time have no actual production of our own.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So at the event, what will you talk about in your session?
Okay, during the roundtable discussion, I will be talking about the serialization implementation team for the program. And we classify it as a program at Acorda rather than a project. A project has a beginning and an end, where a program is ongoing, and serialization from November of 17 will be ongoing. And want to talk about the stages of the team development, the forming, norming, storming, and performing of teams, and the challenges of putting the team together, getting that chemistry that a team needs to really perform and to meet the challenges, and to develop that the chemistry that I think is very important for the teams, and to talk with the people that participate in the roundtable, if they have not formed their teams as of yet, to look at the development of the team and the selection of the team and who should be on that team. And then also for those who have their teams up and running, how they are performing, and also lessons learned. If you had to restructure a team or redo it, what might you do different this time?
So a lot to learn for the participants from your own experience.
Yes, very much so.
You were talking before about, you mentioned that you met some of the attendees and talked about the differences in the international standards in different countries, and how is it possible to overcome these differences and put everything together in one implementation process?
Okay. Well, being that the U.S., our requirement for serialization is phased out, we are focusing right now on our 2017, where the European requirements is for February of 2019. That being said, we hope that what we do for our U.S. requirements will give us a solid path forward for product that we hope to go globally in 2019. There are some differences, some challenges. The European hub, there are some things that we don't really have solved yet in the U.S. that are still being regulations being developed around the hub and the centralized repository. So that will be one of the challenges that hopefully the European model will give us then some insight in the U.S. So there are give and takes on both from the timelines that have been set for both Europe and then for the rest of the world, as well as our requirements for FDA in the United States.
Okay, so maybe next year we can learn something about the next implementation steps.
Yes.
Well, for now, I'm very thankful that you had time for the interview. So thank you very much for being here. Thanks for your time. I hope you enjoyed the conference so far.
Yes, very much, and thank you for allowing me to participate in the conference. This is my first European conference, so I am delighted to be here and to learn as much as I can as we go into the global market.
So we hope to welcome you next year again. Thank you very much.
Thank you.